Eminem has sold over 100 million records worldwide, won countless awards, and secured his place in hip-hop as one of the greatest MCs of all time. But what has inspired him to come full circle and to revisit the man he was 13 years ago? Let's find out. This is Rap City Presents M360. What's good, people? It's your boy Big Ticket doing big things, and welcome to Rap City Presents M360. Without further ado, let's welcome the man, the myth, the legend, homie.
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
How are you?
Everything good?
Good, man.
Good to see you, sir. Now, in preparing for this interview, one word just kept coming up: nostalgia. Nostalgia, nostalgia, nostalgia. So we're going to take a quick trip down memory lane. I'm going to throw out some titles of some of your earlier works, and I want you to give me the first thing that comes to your mind, like more specifically about the mind state you were in creating that particular album. We're going to start all the way from the beginning. The very first joint, Infinite.
Broke.
That was the mind state? I'm broke.
You saying the first word?
Okay.
Okay.
Broke.
Yeah, just hungry, man.
Right.
You know, I feel like I still am. You know, but definitely back then it was a real sense of urgency.
Right.
You know,
Broke.
yeah,
That sums it up. I'm not mad at broke.
absolutely.
The Slim Shady LP.
Still broke.
That
Oh, the LP or the EP?
The LP.
Oh, I thought you meant the EP. Okay, the LP. Anxious.
Why so anxious?
Anxious to just to be out there, you know. Like, I've always loved hip hop so much, man, that I just wanted to be just wanted to be a part of it, you know.
Right.
And just getting signed with Dre and that whole, just the way everything felt, although I don't remember a lot, due to certain substances and
Right.
but circumstances and things like that. I do remember the feeling of just first getting signed with Dre and just being so excited.
Right.
Like, yo, I can't wait to just be out there, you know, and the anticipation of what would happen or whatever, you know.
All right, well, very apropos, Relapse.
That was one word, by the way.
No doubt. Relapse?
Relapse. Off drugs. That's 2 words.
That's fine, but how was that? How was that creative experience?
It was interesting, man, because I don't know if before Relapse, maybe like if we're talking like the Infinite album, you know, and pre-signing with Dre and all that, from that point on, I don't know if I had ever wrote or did much sober at all,
Right.
you know, so Relapse was the first album and first recordings that I had did, you know, where the lights came on.
Right.
And sober, so it was interesting. Like, I was still trying to figure things out and get my feet wet again as far as just getting back out and doing things, but not having certain things to rely on, you know, to do it. But it's interesting. Fun time. I had fun making the record.
Indeed.
You know? Yeah.
Marshall Mathers LP #1.
You're doing these out of order purposely.
What do you think about
Because
it?
I'm thinking of my next answer. I'm trying to think of my next answer. Like, because I'm thinking that recovery's coming.
Right.
And then, I don't know. What
Well, we can go to recovery.
we could go to
No,
Marshall
we're
Mathers.
going to recovery
Okay.
since you're ready for it. Recovery.
I didn't come to argue, man.
We're not arguing.
So let's just, you know what I'm saying?
Recovery.
No, recovery was, I don't know. I want to say, I don't know how this sounds. I want to say there was a underlying feeling with me that I wanted to redeem myself a little bit, because I felt like Relapse was, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if people know what I really had to go through to be able to make Relapse and to be able to write again and to be able to think again and just normal everyday bodily functions and functions in my mind and stuff, like what I had to go through to I wasn't really I don't want to say I wasn't in a place to be recording, but I was just doing it again, and I needed time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I needed time to be able to figure out things, and I wanted to be able to make my songs feel like something again.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of stuff on Relapse, I know, really was kind of, you know, it was comical. A lot of stuff was funny punchline jokes and things like that, but it wasn't, but a lot of the songs didn't really feel like anything. So I had to go back and listen to some of my older music and try to figure out what I was doing wrong. And once I felt like, at least what I felt like I was doing wrong, and once I think I figured that out, I started making songs, was trying to make songs that felt like something again.
Indeed.
So that was one word as well.
More than one word is fine.
Just condense it, crunch it all down to one word.
Marshall Mathers LP1.
Fast, like things zipping by me.
Right.
Everything was happening really fast at that point in time, so it's a lot of it's really blurry to me.
Mm-hmm.
But just this swirl of like so many things happening at once felt like, you know, it just felt like my life was whizzing by me. I kind of felt like I was being drugged here and drugged there, and I almost didn't feel like in control of my life anymore, and all I wanted to do was rap, you know, but I didn't know how much work and actually stuff went into.
Please say that again for all of these wannabe artists out here. How much?
It's a lot of work, man. I didn't know, you know, all I want to do is, especially at that time, all I still want to do, but especially at that time, was I just want to rap, you know? I come from the underground. I'm an underground MC. I just want to rap. I just want my records to be heard by enough people to where I get respected by my peers.
Right.
That's all I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to go do this show and that show, 3 shows in one day, and then go over here and do this, you know, club appearance, and do, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a lot, you know. And at that time, I wasn't ready for it, and I don't think nobody was like you know, in the camp. It was just like, it was crazy for all of us, man.
Well, that being said, and this is a little off topic, would you go back and change any of that?
I don't know if I go back and change any of it. I may have wanted to do some things differently, you know. I certainly would have probably tried to choose a different path with, you know, I hate to keep going back to the drugs and things like that, but I would have tried to have chosen a different path. But I don't know. I mean, you know, I'm here now, so I'm alive, man, so that's cool.
Indeed. So. Now, if you could go back to, say, 1996 Slim Shady and talk to him, what would you say to him now?
Stop.
Stop everything.
Cut it out.
Knock it off.
1999 Shady? Or wait,
I said 96.
Oh, 96 Shady. Yeah. Oh, keep going.
Right.
Stop when you get to the Slim Shady LP. Stop. Slow down. Slow down.
Slow life down, or just slow
everything? Man, just slow down. Take a breath. Like, I never got a chance to really enjoy what was happening because it was happening so fast, but also because I felt like I needed certain things, and then it just became a big ball of. Believe that.
Okay, we will.
Sorry.
So as we near almost 2 decades in the game for Mr. Eminem, you've got your core fans who are, you know, rabid Eminem fans, but now you're also speaking to a new generation of fans. What do you think about you and your music makes you relevant to this new group of kids?
That's a hard question for me to answer. I don't know. I think that you would have to ask them that.
Okay.
You know, like I don't know. The only thing I do, man, is I try to. I just love hip hop.
Right.
And working on the craft and you know, just I'm an MC to the core, and I just stay at it. So other than that, you know, you put things out, and I guess you hope to be relevant.
Right.
And you hope that it's going to connect with certain people. And I'm thankful that there are people out there that it does connect with, you know. But as far as what makes it that way, I'm not sure, because I just, you know, I just rap, so.
That's what's happening. We got my man Eminem in the building.